Good morning, Create Schools. Today I wanted to tell you a little bit about the Columbia Exchange. This I find very fascinating because when the explorers came to the New World, they didn't just bring people and influence people back and forth, but they also exchanged a lot of foods. So I want to go straight here to the most interesting one, right here, tomatoes. They come from the Americas. And so when Columbus explored, or when Columbus discovered the Americas, he brought the tomatoes to Europe. They'd never had it before. Here's another one. We've got cacao, chocolate, right here. There was no chocolate in Europe until after 1492. It's actually probably much after that. We don't have the years that they all came from. But some of the things, I mean, could you imagine a world without chocolate? Tobacco, that's another thing that came from the New World. Pineapples, peppers, you can just read the list here. Peanuts, potatoes, vanilla, corn, beans, pumpkins, squash, sweet potatoes, and turkey. All of those things came from the New World. Now if we can go ahead and let's look at the way it also went the other direction. Europeans brought a whole bunch of things to Americas. And so it's I can imagine living without onions. Coffee. We talk about coffee. A lot of coffee come from South America, but actually it originated from Europe. I guess that kind of makes sense. The Italians had coffee. Now, this is another really interesting. Bananas and sugarcane. These are some of the biggest exporters out of America, out of Central and South America, but they actually come from Europe first, and they were brought here. Citrus fruit. I know I often think about oranges and lemons coming from Central and South America, but they don't. They actually come from America. Bees, peaches and pears, turnips, olives. Olives aren't really surprising. I think of them coming from Italy and Greece, so that makes sense. And grapes. But not only that, but the grains. So the things to make bread from, they came from Europe. So there was no bread in the Americas until the Europeans brought them. Then here's another really interesting livestock. Livestock are animals, cattle, sheep, pigs, horses. They all came from Europe. In fact, horses are a very interesting story. When the conquistadors, the Spanish explorers, came, and they came here over here to Mexico and the Yucatan Peninsula, that's right here, they brought horses with them on their ships. So if you think about, we've got all of these people from Central America. They're basically running around with not dressed very much, basically a loincloth or a skirt around their waists. And then comes these conquistadors, these Spanish explorers with full armor riding on horses. They actually thought they were gods. Montezuma, I don't know if you've ever heard of Montezuma. Basically, Cortez was able to conquer Montezuma very quickly because they saw them coming in these big sailing ships with huge sails. They have no clue who they are, what they are. They've never seen anything like that. And then they disembark, they get off the ship, and they've got these full armor riding these horses, and they basically just said, oh gosh, these must be gods, and let them in. And of course, then the conquistadors basically killed them. When they didn't battle them, another thing that they did, they brought a lot of disease. Okay? The smallpox, flu, typhus, malaria, dysentery, whooping cough, measles, all of these. One of the biggest killers was smallpox. Smallpox killed probably the vast majority of people. from the Americas. In fact, it is estimated around 90% of the population of the Americas was killed by disease. So this here is our Columbia Exchange. Okay. And basically, again, it is an exchange of goods, disease, and animals from one continent to the other. So from North America, all of these things in green, they all went to Europe. And from Europe, all of these things came to the Americas. Europe, Africa also, and some from Asia. All came here to the Americas. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that and hope makes it clear. If you have any questions, please let me know.